What's up, everybody? How you doing? How you feeling? How you moving? And if you moving, you better be moving forward. What's up, guys? I got a real quick question that I want you to answer. When you gonna start giving 110%? When you gonna stop letting all these distractions distract you from what your purpose is? Distract you from what your goals are? When are you going to start giving 110%? Not 100, not 105, 110%. When are you going to start having projects that has your name on it and it represents everything you stand for? When you do something, everyone knows that it's going to be the best they ever saw because it got your name on there. When are you going to be able, win or loss, pass or fail, be able to look in the mirror and say, I gave 110% today. Today's video is about that, guys. I'm so tired of people, including myself, that do things and we just mail it in. We just mail it in. It's normal, going into life, sometimes you just don't feel like it. Sometimes you just having them type of days, and that's completely fine to have those type of days. But those days shouldn't be weeks, and those weeks shouldn't be months, and them months better not be no years. When are you going to stop mailing it in? You guys are way better than that, man. Especially if you're watching this video. If you were part of the subscription group here, and you've been emailing me and commenting and connecting with me, I know you better, because that means you already did step one, and that's finding a way to be a better person. Step two is giving 110%. Not worrying about the results, not worrying about what other people say, but knowing that you could look yourself in the mirror. Once the day's over, once you come home from that long day, you might got some mud on you. You might got some, you might need to, come home and put a video on, maybe this video or maybe some old videos. It doesn't matter. But when are you going to go home right before you go to bed, look in the mirror and say, man, I gave 110% today? Those are to me, those are the best types of sleep. Like them days, trust me, it's okay to have a lazy day. I'm not saying I've never had a lazy day before. But those days when you know you completed everything you said you was going to do the day before, and then you go, you take your shower, you go brush your teeth right before you get ready to go to bed, and you're looking in that mirror and you're like, man, I had a day. Though, when you go to sleep, oh my gosh, that it hits. Because it's you can sleep peacefully knowing that you completed what you said you was going to complete. But them days when you give a half-ass type of motive, when you give 50%, when your motor wasn't running like it should have been, you kind of have a hard time going to sleep, because now you're starting to think like, dang, I'll push that to tomorrow. Now I got to get up earlier because I got to add this to my schedule. I got to add this to my list. It's so important to give 110%. I don't know how many times I gave 110% on something. And trust me, I don't give 110% on everything. So like I tell you guys all the time, I'm telling you guys what I need to tell myself, and that's why we're working to be successful together. This ain't just me in a $1 billion house or Lamborghinis. If that's your way of calling yourself successful, I'm just using that for the example. But I do not give 110% every day. So the reason I made this video was because I thought about that today. If I gave 110% this every day of this week, how far would I be? How far would I be? How far would you be if you gave 110% on everything you said you will? 110% on that relationship. 110% at your job. 110% in the gym. 110% in your education. If you just did 110% for the full 7 days, how far would you go? You have to start pushing yourself. And stop waiting on you to have a buddy to push you. You know, if God bless you with some friends and family and support team to do that, that's amazing. But at the end of the day, you still have to do it yourself. Because sometimes when you have that support team, you only go as far as people push you. But if you do it yourself, you'll be surprised. There's a video, my gosh, I can't think of the movie right now, where if you play football, you know, like the crawls. I don't know why I'm blanking on these names, but what people do during football training is that they crawl on the field. You go, you know, 10, 20 yards, things like that. And in the video, it's a movie. And once again, this is so unprofessional of me not knowing this, but at the end of the day, I'm flowing, and I just want to tell you guys what's from my heart. So that's how we're going to do it today. But in the video, the football player has his eyes wrapped up. His coach is saying, "Hey, you stop when I say stop." So the guy has his eyes wrapped up, and he started crawling. And these things burn. They burn. Now, coach is making him think he's about to go 10, 20 yards. So the guy's just going. And instead of worrying about when to stop, he just worries about his energy towards the goal. And the goal is going until coach stops. Long story short, he's going. He thinks he only did 20 yards, 30 yards when he takes the bandana off his eyes. The man went from one side of the field to the other side of the field. And that's because he didn't have an idea of where he's going to go. He just had the idea of how much energy he's about to put into his goal. So even though I kind of butchered that story, it is what it is. I want you guys to think about this, what I'm trying to tell you. How far will you go if you win 110% every day? If you win 110% for the whole week, that's my challenge to you. Just this week. I'm not saying, I know it's 365 now. I know it's 12 months in a year. It's 7 days. I want you to, today, if you want to start on a fresh week, that's you. It's depend on you, because at the end of the day, I got faith in you, but you got to have trust in yourself. And you got to be able to be a man/woman of your word. I want you guys to go 110% week for the full week. Sunday to Sunday, Monday to Monday, Tuesday to Tuesday. Just 110%. And see how far you went. You know, I just wanted to make sure you guys heard me today. I want to make sure that I was able to give you guys a challenge this week, because you deserve to be a better you. So it's your boy Preach. Please like, comment. Comment what your goal is to go 110% in for the whole week. Subscribe, join the family. My email is in my description, so feel free if you got some personal information, or you know when someone to talk to, you can hit your boy Preach up. I'm always open. But at the end of the day, go 110%, man. I love y'all. Peace.